We've got fun and games, we've got everything you want. Just call out our names. Whatever you may need will make your dreams come true. In the Svenzone, the adventure awaits for you. Step into the magic, feel the energy. Open up your mind, set your spirit free. Welcome to the Svenzone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Svenzone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Svenzone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Svenzone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Svenzone, where dreams are shown. Welcome to the Svenzone, where the music plays, dancing in the moonlight, enjoying sunny days. In this world of wonder, anything is possible. Come along and join us, let's make it unforgettable. All your hopes and fears, they will disappear. Feel the love and joy, let it all be clear. Welcome to the Svenzone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Svenzone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Svenzone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Svenzone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Svenzone, where dreams are shown. Where dreams are shown. Welcome to the Svenzone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Svenzone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Svenzone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Svenzone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Svenzone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Svenzone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Svenzone, where dreams are shown. Oh, yeah, where dreams are shown.
Welcome everybody, doing a little bit of prep for D&D in Fantasy Grounds. Got my new workshop background happening right now. Excellent. Looks like I have sound, so that's awesome. Just making sure it's not echoing out through the stream. It does not seem to be. Excellent. So, welcome Atomic Hero Squad. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you're feeling better. Napping off and on all day. Excellent. Yeah, it's hard when, at least I find these days, it's hard to slow down, and even if I'm sick. Thankfully, God has blessed me with a hearty constitution, so it is few and far between that I am ill or sick, because I am such a wuss when it comes to that type of thing. I don't have the weird, the disease, the chronic diseases of all my family has, diabetes, high blood pressure and stuff. I'm just morbidly obese. Other than that, I'm fairly healthy. Anyway, let's talk about the D's and the other D's, Dungeons and Dragons. So, sharing a little bit of my. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off because it's echoing. It's not echoing, but it's repeating what I'm saying, and it's a little distracting. So, you'll see in front of you. Actually, I realized I did not upscale my view. So let me move all these over so they can still be seen when I make everything bigger. For those of you watching, hit ///, scale, UI, space, and it can be between 50 and 200. When I play, it's typically 80. When I stream, it's typically 110. But it depends on what you are. I have, when I play on a giant screen TV, sometimes I zoom it in and out. Or if I'm using a laptop, I might make it smaller. So, whatever works for you is nice because everything has changed when it happens. All right. So as you can see, I have a lot of windows open. It's not atypical when it comes to being a DM. I typically have a lot, but I have more than usual, even for me. I just cannot get this camera. It seems too close. It's not like it really matters, but I want to see my face. But I also want to show some of the workshop. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's close enough. All right. Anyway, so what I'm doing now is I ran this campaign through the Lost Mines of Phandelver. This was before they redid it, and I hear it's there's a whole nother. I believe it's Under the Mines of Phandelver or something like that. That's redone. Looks pretty cool. I have not. I own it, but I haven't run it or used it yet. But wait. Right. This is a group photo. I have tried to make one of all my campaigns. Shows all the peeps in it. Who am I missing? I'm missing Scrambles, and interesting. A couple of my people are missing. Micah. Interesting. So we have a Minotaur and a Tiefling as well in this group. Our Luthien and Winterwolf got a new job, so they're out for the moment. Hopefully they will be back. But I went through and changed the images, so I'll have to find those again real quick. Let me dump those back in. So what I've done in my assets, if we go back home up here where it says home, you'll see campaign is for any images that you have saved into that particular campaign. So under your Fantasy Grounds, you'll see campaigns. And then this is all my campaigns. Right now this is the one we're looking at now is late night. So images, that this matches what's in here under campaign. Data is any images you have under just the Fantasy Grounds folder images. So what I do is if it's something I think I'll use again, then I'll save it into my images. If it's something very specific to a particular campaign, I'll save it into the campaign. But what we're looking for are character art. There's a way to size the images so that when you put them onto the token view that they have now in Fantasy Grounds for the different maps, you can adjust the scale correctly. So that, but they have to match. They have to be in the same spot as the original image. So I made its own folder. So that'll be under data. I click data, and then I go to battle maps. And for these, you just want to single click, and then here we go, character map tokens. So here's all my images now. So we're just going to click and drag it onto the image. Boom. I'll adjust it in just a moment. The other one we're missing is the tiefling. Boof. Alright, so now we can close this asset window. So now they've shown up over here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one because this doesn't exist anymore. And this one. Just gets rid of the duplicates that I have here in the layers tab. So we'll start with Reno since he's standing right here. You can change the size right here by having the aspect lock. As you adjust one, the other will change as well. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the grid on real quick just because I want to see the size that I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, boy, sneezing. Atomic. I catch what Atomic has. Alright, so there's him about the same correct size. Micah is, because his legs are cut off, we're going to put him at the height of 4. Alright, so he is here. He is actually taller than this. So now that I'm close, I'm going to go ahead and take him up to 5. There you go. And that's actually really close to what I need. Hold down Control, because right now it's snapping to the grid. And I'm going to bring him up because he's a little bit taller. And I'm actually going to increase the size again, go up to 6. He's the tallest of the group. He's actually not that much bigger, so I'm going to go back down because Taugen is big boy too. Alright, so we're going to go here and bring him down just a bit. I'm holding Control, so this lets me slide where I want to, as opposed to snapping to the grid. So let's go down here. Alright, so his height is going to be just a smidge under Taugen. There we go. And then because the way this is overlapping, I want him to be behind these two. So we just drag this down. There you go. So now he's behind them. We can get rid of the grid now. I don't need the grid anymore. So click here where it says grid. The eye turns it off and on. Go back to my layers tab. Now I'm going to mess with Reno, his barbarian. I also want him behind everybody. So we drag it down to behind, and then we're going to hold control, slide him over. And he's just a smidge bigger, so we're going to make him 6.5. And I think I'm going to put him in front of the lizard type creature, the Claven. There we go. Alright, so that is our group. Anyway, the whole point to this is to show you this is the group we're dealing with. A Tiefling and a Goliath, Bugbear, Minotaur. Their two sidekicks, a Cranium Rat, and a Claven, who is an alien race, actually, from the Alien Bestiary, which is a great book. You should definitely get it if you don't have it. From Smiteworks. I'm the one who actually converted it to D&D. To Fantasy Grounds, but it has a bunch of new giants, a bunch of new dragons, a bunch of new elementals. Those are just the three things that I remember off the top of my head. There's also Cthulhu, so if you ever wanted to have Cthulhu, he is the CR 30 in there. So if you want stats for him, there's also rules on how to run science fiction. There's lots of different plants and oozes and undead, all different things for your 5e campaigns. And it's called the Alien Bestiary. It is awesome. You should definitely check it out. I have top two favorites: Grappler's Handbook and Alien Bestiary are the two things that I really like that I've converted out of all the things I've converted. And the Alien Bestiary I've used more than anything else I've ever converted. So, because there's so many cool creatures in there. Any hoozle, that's a Claymon. I'm going to change the background of this. I don't like that color as much. So let's go to the background, snow. Click here to the tint. And, I don't know. Let's just mess around, look, see what different colors look like. Definitely want lighter. There you go, that's not bad. Like a grayish, bluish. You can also adjust the toggles here, red, green, blue, and then the opacity. How well you can see through it. It's the background, so it doesn't matter how well you can see through it. Sure, we'll leave it like that. Change it from a light tan to a gray background. Nice. Alright, so I'm going to throw this into the message of the day. Couple different ways to find it. I have it linked down below, but right now all my hotkeys are covered up because I changed the scale UI. Close this. But if you go here to options, there's the message of the day. And if you're not familiar with the message of the day, as a dungeon master, I use it all the time. And as a player, you can ask your DM to use it if he doesn't. Players and Dungeon Master can access it the same way under options, message of the day. And what it does is, as the players log on to this, before they even pick their character, this pops up in the middle of the screen. So what I use it for is just as a reminder It has a bunch of images for them as well, maps, and so like the image of the Sword Coast shows where they are, tells them what's happening. Neverwinter map is the city they're in, and then it's just a little reminder of what's happening. People like me, I play as a player in games on Tuesdays, Friday, Saturday. I play 3 different games, and then those days, so like Friday has 2 different campaigns, alternating weeks. Saturday has alternating campaigns, different weeks. So I'm a player in 5 different campaigns. So that doesn't count all the ones that I'm running as well as a dungeon master or game master. So it helps to have this pop up. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what we're doing. This is where we're going. And can you share the map? I can't find the map. Where are we? Here we go. This shows all that stuff. And so what I'm going to do, let them know the date and the time, the image, the picture where they are and stuff. And then I'm dragging. So what's going to happen is as soon as I touch this, it covers up that. I'm going to go to this and lock the picture. Move it over. Alright, so now put them side by side. Grab the link up here where it says drag record link. I've already made room for it here. See, there's an extra space right here. Click, drag, and drop. Boop. Late night group photo. Great group painting. So if they want to see, they can do that. Close. So that's the message of the day. And I usually have a hotkey as a player and as a DM down here in my hotkeys. So, getting back to why we are here today. Today, I brought them through the mines of Andover. They finished that whole campaign, killed the dragon that was destroying and attacking the area, and then they set up a house, bought a mansion that's been destroyed called Tressendor Manor, and are in the process of rebuilding it. But instead of going to the next campaign and continuing that storyline, I have played through it recently as a player, and it was like, yeah, that's okay. Sort of gets a little confusing at times, especially as a player. I wasn't really sure exactly what was going on some of the times, so I just said, screw it, I'm just going to homebrew. So I've been doing a lot of homebrew with this group. Even dropped them into Dungeon of the Mad Mage for a little while, and then they came back out, and so they did three levels of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. But what I've been doing is they've been clearing out some sewers, and I pretty much brought it to a head where they had this big major encounter. A beholder adjacent creature had them fighting. I said, so let me explain better. The Minotaur got pickpocketed, and the player was really upset that he got pickpocketed. He got really bothered by the fact that he was pickpocketed. So, as sort of a way to help appease and to bring in this thing, I had this idea, and they come down into the sewers the next day, and this beholder adjacent creature there is supposed to be real powerful. He has these other spectators, which are like floating heads, like baby beholders, these guards and things. So he caught the thief, the pickpocket, and so he gets his money back. He says, okay, now that I've done this for you, you have to do something for me, because that's how it works, right? In your in this area, because he's an aberration, doesn't really know humans and stuff. So he says, go clear out this place, and not only will we be even, but I'll actually even give you some rewards. They go, they kill the spirit troll and a couple of his bullywug zombies, frogman zombies, come back, and they get their reward, and then they decide to slaughter and butcher the beholder adjacent creature. So they did all that. So that's pretty much, I don't see a whole lot more happening. I'm thinking of the whole point they were going down there is that there was this rumor of the supposed Rat King down in the sewers, and these scammers were scamming people on the treasure of the Rat King, and it's a complete scam. But I'm thinking of making some truth to that rumor of the Rat King, and having the Rat King thank them for getting rid of this goth, is what it's called, Gauth. It's like a beholder, but it has more eyes and tentacles, whereas beholders don't have tentacles. So we'll see. But as soon as they're done with this sewer cleansing and stuff and mapping and things, where are they going to go from there? So that's what I'm doing here, and that's what you see here. Is I went through DM's Guild. It's a website that if let me see, let me go. Hopefully this won't break my computer. I think we can go ahead and get rid of my. There you go. I got rid of that one. So if we go to boom chicka chicka. Do I have it here? No, I don't. I used to have it here because I used to go there all the time. Alright, so you go to DMSGUILD, DMsguild.com. Before the Fantasy Grounds Forge, this was the only place you could get some of this stuff. Roll20 is similar to this. Not Roll20, there's a Roll Player, I think is what it's called. I don't use the site very often. I'm much more familiar with DM's Guild, Dungeon Masters Guild. I also have a bunch of things on the Dungeon Masters Guild, so there's a link below if you're interested in supporting me specifically and improving your Fantasy Grounds games. Check out the links below to my merch. It's not really merch, but it's stuff you can use in Fantasy Grounds. Anyway, what you can do, so you can see it says log out, which means I am logged in already. I can go to my library, and I have a crap ton of stuff that I've purchased. And what nice thing is with this, so what I did was I went here to setting. I went, no I didn't, I went to type. I went to adventure, and then I went to tier 3 from 11 to 16. And this breaks down, it ends up I have 17 different things that fit that category. 17 entries. And then what I did was I just looked at a couple of them. You can then click on it. So like here, Tales of Isterwald, the Funhouse. And it gives you a rundown of what it is. This is a tier 4-hour tier 3 adventure for 5 level 13 characters with scaling in place depending on the party. So I could use this if I wanted to bring it down. I don't really care. I've got other things I opened in here. So that's how I found what we're looking at today. Went through the Dungeon Master Guild and looked at my stuff. So I found this thing called Naogi Knights. Now this group has also, I had a player join for a little while, and then he didn't work. It didn't work out. Didn't really get along well with some of the other players and their play styles. So, but his character had a gray render, and a gray render is from space is very common in the Spelljammer universe, which they just re-released and stuff. So, and they are so I had them be associated with the Naogi. So now I have Naogi Knights. So it's great. This is a nice little throwback to his character and the Grey Render, the beast that was with him, the Naogis, Umber Hulks, those type of creatures are all part of this. So what I'm doing is, down again in my hotkeys, I've got to clear some of these away. So let's go ahead. I'm going to minimize. See right here? They now have a minimize button. You can also right click, go here to 2 o'clock where it says minimize. That's how I'm used to doing it. It makes a bubble right here. You can then move it around, open it, and when you minimize it again, it goes right back to where you placed it before. So I'm getting rid of some of these. There we go. So now you can see my move my dice tower out of the way. Alright, so now you can see my hotkeys. Hold down Shift, you get another row. A, Alt, Control, and then combinations. So Control Alt, Shift Alt, Shift Control, and all three Control Alt Shift. So I have here we go. Now we have a book. Okay, so I'm looking for, here it is. So I have my Control Alt holding all three. I have a story already. This is made for characters from 5th to 8th level. Stop it. Oh, I'm holding down the button, that's why. So close this. So I'm just going to take this, drag this record link down to here, close this. This is the time of our lives. Really cool little adventure. Again, holding down those three buttons, dragging it down here to close it. This is the time from the time of our life. So is this. This is the map. Here's the encounter. This one is from the drowning house. So again, hold down all three. Drop it down here. Here's the drowning house. Actually, this is the one I want. So drag this story link. And I'm just dropping it on and it replaces it. You can also right click on it and clear it out and then redrop it. So this so here's my modules list, and what I'm looking at today, where I pulled some of these from, is from trying to remember which one this is. So let's take a look. I can tell you right now. Story credits: the Mind of Chult, a savage encounters. I have several Savage Encounters books. What they typically do is they will pull different authors, so it's not the same person writing all these. So some of them are better than others, but it's nice variety, nice mix of the feel for each of these different adventures and encounters and stuff. So Savage Encounters is a good group. Check them out. DM's Guild. There we go. So, and you can see here, so close, that I have encounters in the Savage Cities from them, and several other ones from them. There's like encounters in the Savage jungles and underground and dungeons and stuff like that. So the even one for the city itself. Oh, there, Savage City. So anyway, point is, good stuff. And then you come here to the story. If it doesn't have a reference manual, like most of these will have a reference manual, which is just like looking at the PDF. But if they don't, you can just click on the story. Closing down the modules, closing down, and then I pulled up the table of contents, and that's what shows up here. And it shows the CRs of all these. This is not correct. It's not 11:15. This one is 1 to 5, but that's okay. Anyway, I looked at most of these, and let me see. Bring up the mind of Schultz. Thank you. We're welcome, good sir. Oh, that's why I was reading this wrong. So the Mind of Sorrow is CR 415. The Times of Our Lives is CR 1 to 4. Ah, okay. Now I overstand. So I'm just checking through these, looking through these to see what the basic storyline is. See if it's something I can throw into my homebrew of what's going on. So this is the Mind of Sorrow is one I wanted to look at. Short layer adventure designed for characters of 13th level. There we go. So we'll take a quick look at the background, see what it says. The river Leth flows through the lower plains, bringing its mind-consuming waters to offer peaceful oblivion to tortured souls. Small tributaries of the river sometimes leak through to the mortal world with devastating effects. This occurred recently in Chult with a soporific water came an Ultraloth named Regalix. The fiend hides from a pit fiend that attempted to defeat it, and the pit fiend sent its servitor devils after it. Caught in the middle are innocent miners. They are caught in the effects of the water from the river and the mind control attacks of the Ultraloth. So I presume the Ultraloth. Let's take a look and see what that is. NPC. Ultraloth. So we have the Mind of Chult, Dungeons and Mass, the Monster Manual. So I'm going to pull up both of these from the Monster Manual first. So I clicked on NPCs over here, if you didn't see that. Typed in Ultral. Now I can pull up the Monster Manual version and the Mind of Chult version. This is one of the main reasons, because I wanted to see what the art was like. Go to Notes. So he has no notes. He must have used the SRD for it, because it's in the Monster Manual. So here we have the image of the Ultraloth. Okay, so I was thinking, I had in my mind Aboleth, which is a weird, like, poor underwater creature that messes with people's minds. And it says that they control the Yugoloths. Fiendish Spirit Yugoloth template. Okay, interesting. An Ultraloth looks like a thunder gray skinned humanoid with an elongated head. Has no features except for that eye. The eyes. Yugoloths are fickle fiends that inhabit the plains. They act as mercenaries, notorious for shifting loyalties. Okay, so some Yugoloths have an action option that allows them to summon other Yugoloths. Okay, so a Yugoloth is it's like a fiend. It's a type of creature, and then you have the Arcanoloth, a Mesoloth, Nikoloth. So let's check out what those are. Let's just go with Loth and hit enter. Alright, so we have Arcanoloth. Oh, I've seen him, the little fox dudes. Yep. Jackal-headed beings. Okay. And then you have... they've added a bunch more Loths. Cool. Alright. We'll check another one just to see what it is. So this is cool. I like this concept. The Nikoloth. Alright. So this is a cool concept. And I can have this happen here. Let's take a look at the map. I could just have this happen be part of the sewers too. Let's take a look at the map. Interesting. Okay. So this is definitely something. It would require a little bit of work, but I could easily incorporate this into my sewers. See, and instead of using this map, I can use one of the sewer maps that I already have and just drag the pins over. So right now I have, for example, this one that I haven't used. I think I used the other two. Yes, this is where they are now. So I could easily incorporate these Bones, Room of the Dead, Hello Down There, Busy in the Toy. Julian is here. Stuck in the back. And the staging area. So I could incorporate these like into this. Because this is somewhat... There are 3 entrances to this area. But I could easily close off one of them. Close this off. And then close this off to have just be one area. And have this river Leith. I can easily draw a river cutting through this thing. Cool. That is definitely an idea. I like that concept. There we go. So I'll definitely take this. It's probably what we're going to be doing. Take this, drop it down here. Bloop. Mind of Sorrow. Okay. Close. Close this. Close. Now we close everything that I opened to check out this adventure. Alright, and the Big Gorge Mine is another one that was higher level. Actually, this one is for any level, I think it said. So let's see what this says. The Big Gorge Mine is a short exploration adventure designed for 5 characters. once a thriving silver mine, the Big Gorge mine became infested with disease bats, causing the deaths of many miners and the owner of the claim. The remaining miners fled, leaving many things, including the rafts they used to transport the silver out of the mine. Again, I like to look at the map. Here's the DM map. And the hook. History is lost. The surviving miners did not want to spread the horrible disease the bats carry. The party may learn about the mine from a local tribe, find a map, purchase a map, or simply stumble upon the mine. Alright, so this is sort of a future thing. So I'm going to go ahead and drop it down here as something I may want to do at a later time. Link. So I've got finished the doctor already, so we're going to right click, clear it out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things to pull from, 6 different ideas to drop into this adventure. I think the easiest one is going to be the one we just did with the Mine of Sorrow with this Ugoloth. So I think what's going to happen is the Rat King will summon them. He's going to be very leery because his spies watched what they did. So they made a deal with this Goth and then killed him. So the Rat King doesn't want that to happen to him. But he's then going to tell them about this area of the sewers that has a lot of these fiends and terrible things. So what we're going to do then is, here's the Mines of Sorrow. I like this concept, I like the idea. We're just going to change all these to sewers. I might expand some of the rooms and stuff. So let's take a look at the maps. At the map first. So I have it in my Neverwinter story. Come all the way down here to my map. Okay, I don't remember what these are. Let's see. What is this? Alright, so they've used this one already. They've used this one already. This is where they are. It's what I'm using now. This is the one I'm going to use. This is A3. Okay, so I renamed it as A3. I've used this one, the A1. Okay, so what I did was I renamed them. And so you can, if this is what the original name is, the file name, you can then put it here as and make it unidentified. So usually it'll say nothing here and it'll just say unidentified image. Rarely will I share an image with my players. If they don't know, if I don't use this one, I will almost always put something here because I don't like seeing unidentified image. Anyway, so I rename them and then drop them here just so I would know 1, 2, 3. These are the ones I'm using. It's been a minute since I've done it, so that's why I just didn't remember. Okay, so These are the other images. This is just a picture. Yep. And the cistern that they already did. Okay, so we're going to use this one. And let's take a look and see what we have here then. So we have 2 possible entrances. I like this one being the main entrance they're going to come through. And so with that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dead ends. This is 8. Perfect. Because we can use like this area as, or this area as the first one. Area 1. Hello down there. Okay. So this will work. Looking at the sides of the grid. We're going to change the grid first. Make it visible. And we're going to change the tint. Make it visible. And we're going to change it to yellow so I can really see the color. Say OK. Alright, so I want this to be 5 feet wide. So there's a couple different ways of doing it. You can size it like this. Oh, here it is. Grid. Set the grid with the mouse. So I'm going to start with that, and then I'm just going to go from the edge of this. And as you drag, you left click, hold, and drag. It draws out the grid. So I want it to be just a smidge more. One more click. There. So as I zoom out, we'll see how well does that correlate. That actually correlates really well. Holy shnikes. Last time it was terrible. It didn't fit at all. That's perfect. Okay, so we will then turn off the grid. There you go. So what I do is times like that, I try to get maps that don't have grids for this very reason. There are some times where I want it to be a lot bigger map, a lot bigger area than what it is. Sometimes a lot smaller map. But so I try not to get maps with grids. It's a sewer map though. You gotta do what you can. Alright, so we'll go ahead and keep this. So we have a couple choices. I can just hand wave it. And I think I'm just going to do that. I could take it out and put it into Photoshop. And then drop it back in. Trying to decide if it's going to be worth the effort to do that, or if I just want to use Fantasy Grounds stuff to do that instead. It'll be much more obvious if I use Fantasy Grounds to do it, but it's much faster. Alright, so we're just going to do that. We're just going to come in here. We're going to go find rubble. We're going to add some, say there's a cave in over here. Block this off. We're going to go to Assets. It's time for another quote. So now I'm in Assets. I'm going to search for what I want is a cave-in. So let's just search for rubble and see what comes up. Nothing. Oh wait, no, I'm in character map token, so I've got to come all the way back to home. Now let's try it again. Rubble, rubble, rubble. Alright, so cool. I've got some here. Objects, and then this is like fallen rocks. That's cool, because so this is what we're doing. That will work. Because go here to, I'm going to add a paint layer. You could do it as layers, multiple layers. Instead, I'm going to do it as a paint layer. And that's just a matter of choice. Something you'll learn more about. And just do what's comfortable for you as you use more and more of the Fantasy Grounds assets. All right. And just so you know, I do have the map pack subscription. It's $5 a month. It's like $50 a year. I think there is a savings if you do it for a year. It gives you access to every single map pack they've ever made. They come out with at least one a month. Also, all the maps that are made with it. And you can buy individual map packs if you want to keep it that particular one map pack that you like. They have everything from postmodern to cyberpunk to medieval, tons and tons of stuff for fantasy. Some of the older maps if you want to build an older looking map with different symbology. So you're looking for big terrain maps or continental maps. They have all those. So the map packs are just amazing. $5 a month is definitely worth it for as much as I use it. So, alright, so I've got the rubble layer. Click it to make sure it's selected. I'm going to drop this rubble into it here. I'm going to be stamping it. So, try it again. Boof. 1.9, so you can see the size of it. I'm going to be changing and adjusting the size by making some of them really big, some of them really small. I'm going to go to tint, and I'm going to use the dropper to just select the green. And you can see right here, if you watch, you'll see it change. I want it to be as light as possible because it's already got some color there. So it's going to be just stapling this light green color on top of the tan that's already there. So it's already going to be lighter. So I'm going to go with a lighter green like this here. There you go. And it matches it a little bit better. Let's see. Let's try it one more time. See if maybe the darker green will be better. Well, let's see. Alright, so that's a little bit better color-wise. I'm going to turn it down just a bit. Put it at 220. Hit enter. Didn't mean to hit enter. There you go. Alright, so now we're going to increase the size. I'm going to say okay to this. You can do it a couple different ways. For what I'm doing, I'm just doing it on a fly. So you hold down control and then mouse wheel it. So, and then you can also do the same thing to turn it. Hold down shift and turn it. So I'm just going to throw a couple of the big ones down. Click, and I'm left clicking and I'm rotating it. Left clicking again. Spinning it all the way around, holding down shift, left click. So now I have this big bedrock to start with, and now I'm going to zoom it in. I'm going to hold control, make it smaller, and then add some more. Boom. Rotate. Boom. Flip. Boom. Now I'm going to take this other one, this other rubble brush. Click. I'm going to use a different tint. Turn it a little bit. Rotate. Click OK. Flip. And then we're going to increase this size. Turn it a little bit more. Boom. Alright, so now we're going to add. This thing does not have walls yet, so we're going to have to add those in here. We'll do that. So we'll now go away from our painting layer for a moment. So as you see, boom, this is what the characters will see. It's blocked off. That's the point. Here, we want to do something similar. We don't want to do the same thing, so we're just going to look for rocks. There's going to be a lot more rocks than there were when we were looking for rubble. So let's go for rock. Hit enter. Now we'll have to wait patiently. Wait for it to load, because there's, like I said, there's going to be a lot of rocks in all the different packs. By the way, the other thing, since we're talking about art packs, you don't have to use art packs either. You can go online. There are a lot of things you can find. Some of them are free. You can go to Patreon. A lot of different Patreons will have things that have art packs in them, stuff like that. And you can add them to your assets directly like we do any other image. So there are other choices. You can draw your own, make your own as well. So we're here, we're in the paint. Go back to our paint. We're now over here in this area, so we're going to go back to our stamp. We're going to use some of these. This is 18 by 18, so we're going to go to 5. We will rotate. The color of these is pretty much exactly what I want, so I'm happy. We'll go click, and then we're going to take these, drop, again, 5. These are a little bigger, so we'll make this side 5. Flip. Rotate. Rotate. Click, and then we're going to flip. Alright, and so again, keep in mind they're not going to see most of this stuff out here. Alright, so now we've got our, back to our play style, zoom out. So we've got our 2 sections blocked off, so they can only come in and out of here. We're going to go to our line of sight, and we're going to fix this, get this map ready. We're going to click on here. We want the line of sight to be on this area. We're also going to add some lighting. So This can go pretty quick. So first thing we want to do is we'll make sure we're on wall. I'm going to go to rectangle and just looking at setting up the whole map, but we really don't need to do the whole map because normally you would put a rectangle around the entire map, but the characters are never going to see outside these walls, so we don't need to do that. So we're going to go ahead and close our assets, by the way. Open this up so we can have more room to work with. Let's go ahead. Do I want to rotate it? No, too late now. You can rotate the whole map. Well, I'll have them work north to south. That's fine. Alright, so we're going to line. And click. I'm just drawing these quick and easy. The characters know, players rather, know that they can't go through these bricks. They understand that it's not, the line of sight is not where they can walk. The line of sight is just what they see, and this is the edges of it are for flavor. You can also use I'm now using the arrow key to just give me a straight line all the way down. I'm going to add just a little bit more because just because I did the work and I'm showing off my effort. The characters won't be able to travel through here, but I'm showing off. So if you remember, our grid is pretty close to the walkway, and they know they can't go beyond the walkway. So, because we've used these style of maps for several weeks now, as they've been in the sewers. I'm just doing left clicks. These do not have to be exact, especially because of what I'm doing is I'm cutting off some of the artist's rendering anyway. So if I don't like where this one went, so for example, so I hit click, I then click here to select. I select the one I want to change, and I'm just going to move it down where I wanted it initially, and then go back to my line. Back to drawing what we were doing, putting in our lines. There we go, and this is the reason we didn't need the rectangles, because they're always going to be within these red lines. The only time the edge of the map is going to be involved is right there, when they first enter. The rest of it, and the two cave-ins. Using the arrow keys, move up this long stretch. And I don't know how well I'm explaining what I mean by, normally the line of sight is very close to where they can actually go. and the tokens are unable to pass through these walls. The character tokens can't go through the walls, so a lot of times you will draw your line of sight close to what where they can move. But in this case, I'm not doing that because if I cut it off where they could walk, all these sewer walls and things that are here that the artist took the time to draw would be gone. You wouldn't be able to see them. And so, out of respect for the author and the cool map he made, I'm allowing him to see the darker green sections of the bricks, and they just know that they can't walk through there. When you're using an actual dungeon map where you're, like I said, you're drawing out where they can and can't go, you want to be more precise, you can definitely do that. And if you have a nice blocky map, then it gets real easy. You just use the arrow keys, click, 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 boom, 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 boom. Every time you're hitting it, you're going down 5 feet. It makes it really fast and easy. This is a little more free form because of the walls. So it takes a little bit longer, but it's still a pretty fast process. Yeah, these little canals coming in and out of the sewers. Alright, we are almost done. Alright, zoom out. Are we missing anywhere? Yep, these two sections here. So these two are like square stanchions. We'll just do rectangles for these. Nice and really fast. The rest of it is open area that you can see. So we'll zoom out, make sure we're good. Yep. And so now, let's take a look. Take a look. Reading Rainbow. I can do anything. Alright, let's see. Click, click, click. Move. We will open up our combat tracker. Throw a token on here. We will use camera. Bloop. And now we go to player view. We go to line of sight. Well, that's lights. Line of sight. Player preview. Turn off lights. Just have line of sight and player preview. So now we click on him. There we go. So that's what they can see. We're going to put the map back as larger. There we go. So there you go. So now you can see, like, this is what the collapsed looks like. It's very clearly done. You know, it doesn't match the rest of the images, but that's fine. See, and so what I mean is, as he's standing here on, as a character is standing here on this walkway, he knows he can't go here. He can't move it there. That would be wrong, because he's standing on a wall now. So he knows they have to stay to the walkway. Alright, see? A little blip there. Comes down. You get to see more of the rubble here. Rubble, rubble, rubble. You can see the different layers, different colors, how that worked out well. Comes through here. Oh, it's a and seeing the walls aren't perfect, it doesn't matter. It's really good for what we want. There's a little divot here. Oh, dead end. This is where they come in. As he walks around, do-de-do-de-do-de-do-de-do. There's a dead end here. Dead end. Dead end. So cool, cool, cool. It's working the way we want it to. So now what we need to do is we're going to turn off player preview. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of him. Right click and delete token. We're going to add lighting. Go to lighting. So this is sewers. There are grates here that lead to the surface, and there are lanterns. So we're going to start with the grates because they're more daylight. We go here to add light, and we go to preset. We want, again, I want to make sure I'm selected on which layer I want the lighting to be on. Preset for the overhead one is going to be the spell light, because it doesn't flicker, it doesn't change, it's just solid daylight. And then we'll just add click, click. I'm left clicking where these are showing. Left click, and one more down here. Alright, so now as we go back to our play mode, player view, drop the camera on there, turn on lighting. You'll see there are patches of light, and as he moves around, you can see where these patches of light are. But there's darkness in between, as it should be. So go back to get rid of this. Now we're going to add the globes of light, which are going to be a little different. They're going to be like right click. The globes of light are going to be, these things are going to be like the lanterns. We go back to our lighting, go back to add light, and we go to make sure this is selected again. This time the preset is going to be on torch or lantern. I think I'm going to do torch because it flickers a little bit more. I just want it to be really apparent. I'm also going to change the color just a smidge to make it more orangey. And we add them where the bulbs are. Just left clicking on the art, click. Looks like we forgot one of the other ones from over here. Alright, so those are all done. So now I go back to preset of the light spell, and you see it changes the color again. Click, there we go. Alright, so we'll have one other thing we need to do with the map, and we're done with the map, which is we go to effects, we go to add effects layer, boom, and we're adding water. You can see the whole thing bloops like it's underwater, swimming underwater. And by the way, right now it's on top of the rubble. which is, I mean, the rubble is on top of the water, which is what we want. If we wanted the whole thing to be underwater, you could go like that. But we want it, the rubble not to be underwater, so it's perfect. But if you could add things that would be underwater. So what we're going to do is we're going to enable the mask. It turns everything off. And what you do is you reveal area. Click, reveal area. It's automatically set to where it will draw a square. Since we're underneath the rubble anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to start on this side actually. Click and then draw. There. So you'll see as we zoom in, there's water over here. We're going to fix the bridge, so we're going to hide the bridge because the bridge is not underwater. There you go. So now you look, there's water on either side of the bridge, but not under the bridge, not on the bridge itself. Reveal. Now we're going to go, so if you hold down Alt, you can then freeform draw whatever you want. So now that whole area is working, and then we go back to, we'll zoom out, we'll go wee all the way down. Wee. Alright, now we'll need to look, I'm going to say whatever this is under the water. Zoom in. That's close enough. Well, I'll go ahead and do it since I'm here. Alt, freeform draw. There you go. So it goes all the way to the corner. Now we're going to go ahead and do it here. Alright, let's take a look at what this is. That's good underwater. This one I think I'm going to keep out of the water. So we're going to go to hide. And we're just going to freeform draw, Alt, around this thing. So it just gives you the impression that this is not underwater. The rest of it is. I'm going to put this one above the water as well. Okay. Finishing up with what we've got. The cool thing is, like here. Oh, we're still hiding. We need to reveal. I'm like, it didn't work. It didn't work. How dare it? There it is. The cool thing about like here, part of it is solid and the other part's underwater. So it's cool. Alright. Here's a little walkway in. So we want some of it underwater, but not all of it. And this is a little strong, the waves that are happening, so we're going to turn those down here in just a moment. I'll show you how to do that. There we go. Alright, and now we just got this section here. Now we'll be finished. We have a couple little sections here. Loop again, I'm just left clicking and dragging since I have the reveal area and mask enabled. This time I'm going to have that yellowness be under the water. So we're doing Alt and draw, freeform drawing it. So it's under the water, and then we're moving. And we're moving, and we're moving. Again, with this collapse, part of it's underwater, other part's not. Thought we were done, but we have one more area left to do here. Hold down Alt, freeform draw. And you can cover up places you've already drawn much as you want. Doesn't matter, because you're just allowing the effect to take place in that area. So if you tell it to do that 6 times, it doesn't matter. Oops, too much. Too high, too high. Yeah, you don't want to draw it over, because it'll then grab that section as well. So you don't want to do that. Make sure that you're doing it. I'm going around this little pipe. Covering up some of the steps that lead down into the water. And freeform drawing, and we... Alright, so now we have water. This is actually pretty easy to do. I have forgotten to add the water to like 2 or 3 of the maps that I've done, and so I've had to do this during the play session. But it's pretty quick. Like, as you can see, it's pretty quick and easy. I would do it in between the lag, while they were role playing or other stuff was happening. I would quickly throw these on, so that there would then be water there. All right, so let's turn this down a little bit. We'll go to where we can see how bad it's affecting. Intensity, turn this down. Speed, turn it down. Droplet, turn it down. There we go. So now it's just wavering a little bit. Bloop, 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 bloop. There we go. So you can tell the water is there, but it's not as distracting as it was. Okay, so now that we've done all this, let's take a look and see what the character will see. So here's the lighting. See? And that's what they'll see as they move along. And if the character has lighting themselves, so for example, let's make this visible. And you can do that easily now by just clicking on effects. I have a lot of effects on there, so it takes a minute. I can just throw a candle on him. Drag and drop. So now he has a little candle. And you can see as he's walking along, looking at stuff. When he turns the corner, he can see all the way down because of the light. Patches of light that show up. But you can tell that this is different. Light is different color than these. The globes are slightly different color than the overhead light. So, very cool. Nice little effect we have as we're getting ready. Everything is all set. Alright, we'll get rid of him. So our map is good to go. Now what we need to do, turn off all this stuff so I can see. Here we go. Alright, so we've been going for, how long have we been going? Hour and a half. Cool. Alright, we're going to shrink this down so we don't need any of these anymore. We're going to close this. I'll lock it. Pop it and lock it and pop it and lock it. Alright, there you go. Boom, boom, boom. Now, we don't need this anymore either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link. I like linking. Linking is fun. Linking is fun. Alright, so we're going to take this. I'm going to put link the Mine of Sorrow to here. And then I'm going to link, open it up, enter. I'm going to add my map to here. So no matter where I open it, and I'm going to link this story to the map. Boom. So I have, no matter which one of I open, the story or the map or the other story, I have access to everything by links. So makes life a lot simpler. It's a cool thing you should definitely remember. A Fancy Grounds tip. Link. Dubby. Good stuff. Use Svenzone77 in the checkout to save 10% off. Another Dubby. Can't tell it as easily. Can't read it as well. But it's cool looking in person especially. I keep my hydro in here and my energy drink in here. So they have cans that they've started playing with. As well, but these are the this is the size of the energy drink. This is the size of the hydro. A little bit smaller. The hydro is similar to like a Gatorade, but with a lot better for you. The energy drink is a lot better for you. And so check them out. I have switched over to them and pretty much never looked back. It works out to full price, just under $1 per serving. I usually wait until they send me a buy one get one offer, so I'm usually paying about 50 cents per serving. So it's a great company. Check them out. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pin. So like if you look at the map here of the DM, you see these pins. We're going to add these pins to our map. I'm going to go ahead and pull up this map again, actually the one I just closed. I'm going to shrink it. Come on. Make it smaller. I just want to use it as a reference. So, yes, in this map, the character will be coming from here. Hit 1 first, and then have a choice to either go to 3 or 2. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to have that coming to 1 first, and then have a choice to branch off. So I think 1 is going to be right here. But let's take a quick look and see what it says. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize this one, the main storyline. And here it is. Throw it over here. Wooden platform hangs from a 4-legged wooden structure. Various ropes and pulleys attach the platform to the structure. Okay, I don't care about any of this stuff. This is just showing the entrance to the mine. Alright, moving on to area 2, staging area. Alright, so that was nothing. So there's no encounter, and it doesn't fit this map at all. So I don't know what that was. So moving on. Okay. $10 platinum nuggets worth 25 gold each. Cool, cool. Logs can be moved. Again, nothing is here. This is just a way to get through. Okay. I could have a little bit of a... I'm going to leave this here. We'll see if I want to do this. I'm going to leave this because I might have this be like a little physical strength where they're moving logs to get out of the way. Maybe somebody set up furniture and logs and stuff and tried to block off this area. We'll see. I might do that right here. So moving on to number 3. Tiny flying creature with 4 eye sockets giggles as it dashes in and out of the beam of light that creates a flickering effect. So we could definitely put this over here where the beam of light is. Down here. Busy is a gazer. Take a look at the gazer. A gazer is a little baby, doesn't have a picture. Alright, so we'll definitely... So I like this. This is cool. The Busy toy is Chewinga. Oh, is a Chewinga. A Chewinga is a creature as well. From Mind of Vendover. Mind of Vendover. From Chult. Alright, so let's fix these real quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add this here. The link. Bloop. Put it just off where they'll be walking so they won't block it by their tokens. Alright, and all we need to do is just add in the tokens for the gazer. So, to do that, go to NPCs. First of all, I'm just going to see if I have a gazer, and we'll just replace here. I should have one that has everything already in it. So, just so you understand what's going on, when you have Wizards of the Coast products, they're going to have most of the images. Something like this is not a Wizards of the Coast product. So, they are not allowed to use Wizards of the Coast art. And so, they just use either stuff that they make themselves, or in this case, the letters. Alright, Monsters of the Multiverse should have everything I need. It does. So we close this, and we take... So what you do is you unlock the story entry. On here, we can control 1, which just makes it a regular text. And just drag this. Blink. He's a gazer. He's a hoser. And we're going to change his name to Busy. They wouldn't know it has a name, so they won't realize what it is, but it is a gazer. Okay. You can go here to pictures and make sure everything is set correctly. It is. So we're good to go. And the toy is a Chewinga. Chewinga. Okay, so this Minds of Chulz does not have art. Why do these? I know art for them exists. So we'll go to our images. First of all, we'll check images first. Nope. Alright, so we'll go from assets. I should have art there for them. If not, we'll pull it from the interwebs. I have so many assets. That's why it takes a minute. Alright, so we'll go here. We go to Chewinga. There we go. There them is. Chewinga are these cute little guys. See the little black. I don't really like this version because it's really small. It's not how I prefer to have the tokens look. However, go to here to pictures. I'll throw this here. Oh, gotta unlock it. Okay, unlock it. Boink. Flat. Tokens. This is the same for the token version. Share the picture. There we go. I can share it right from here. Perfect. Okay. Now I lock it again. Go back to his main page. Alright, so now he's got the images here. Alright. Close. And we close the assets. Close the NPCs. And he's using a lantern helmet as well. Let's see if we have a picture of a lantern helmet. So first of all, we go to images again. Lantern helmet. Nothing. Assets. Lantern helmet. Nothing. So I'm going to go helmet. Dadgummit, it helps me spell it correctly. Wow. H-E-L-E-N. Thank you. Goodness sakes. I know I have helmets, so we'll see what kind of images I have here. That's it. Okay. Alright, so none of these are the lantern helmet is referring to. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to real quick copy this. I'm going to open up my interwebs. First, look for a lantern helmet image just the way it is. Fantasy lantern helmet image. This one's not bad. A little fancier than I wanted, but it works. Okay, and then the other thing we will check is our AI friend, Copilot. Let's check a look and paste. Edit. Let's see, hold on a second, let's go to, I'm not used to it, there we go. Pith helmet fashion with 3-inch cylinders centered just above the brow. Oh, I forgot to tell it to draw it. Okay. Copy. New topic. Draw a fifth helmet. What do you mean sign in? I am signed in. I have 2,564. It's a personal account. What is happening here, folks? Alright, whatever. Did you tell me to draw it? No, I did not. Alright, try it again. Goodness sakes. Draw a... Boom. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. This is a rabbit hole that I can go down quite a bit. Trying to use AI to get these pictures and stuff of things I wanted, but for this, if it wasn't for the top, that would be great. Add some weather texture to the hat. I might do that. Okay, now you've gotten rid of all the things I originally asked for. Three-inch cylinder centered just above. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of those things. So, this is probably my last time. And then we're just going to move on. That's not bad. I like this one because I can use this square and just slide the square over and the light will shine. Whee! Yeah, perfect. We'll slide that. They can slide this over and it will open up. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, so let's save. Download. And then we're going to add it into our downloads. And now we go to, what? Designer. Oh. No. This is called lantern, helmet, save. Now we go to our version of Photoshop, which is pixlr.com, Pixlr. I am signed in. What happened? Did somebody delete all my cookies or something? Very annoying. Alright. Goodness sakes. And here we go. Open it up. And then we're going to simply take and crop the crap out of it first. Croppity crop crop. Apply. Bloop. Okay, and then we're going to take and lasso. Delete. Lasso. I have a nice shadow here, so it's perfect. Delete. And then to make it a little cleaner, we go to the wand select, and we'll just start cleaning up. No. Some of this. No, goodness sakes, people. We'll go to our tolerance down to about half that. There we go. No. Control Z. Did not want to do that. Okay. Delete. Just cleaning it up a little bit. Alright, and then we'll take our wand again. Chop it here, and now we can do our wand select, our lasso effect. I mean, get rid of that. Nope. Go to our lasso. His name is Ted. Get it. And now we go back to our wand. Switch back and forth. Click. Nope. Alright, so now we have pretty much what we want. We use our eraser, what I should have been using anyway. We'll zoom in a little bit. Oh, I broke it. There it is. Okay. Clean up some of these area out here. Nope, I messed up. Control Z. Clean up some of this area out here. And over here. Last. Right there. Alright. So now we have our helmet. There you go. Cool, cool, cool. And file. Save. 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 Overwrite. Yes. Alright, and so for whatever reason, there's something I have, some setting I have that's wrong on my computer. So I can't save it directly to where you should. So we do it this way. Open in a new window. Fantasy Grounds. Images. We're going to go here to Lantern Helmet Ping and drop it over there. Close. Close. Now that it's saved in Fantasy Grounds, we come to our assets here and click refresh, and over here you will see it say folder assets refreshed. And look at that, I now have a lantern helmet. So what I'm going to do here, this is already unlocked. Go here, enter. Oh, I've got to right click. No, click. There you go, left click. Create map record. And now we can drop it in. Pictures. Haven't really done this. Let's see. Can I just drop it? There you go. Drop it. Alright. Oops, I should have cleaned up a little bit out here. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Alright, so now our lantern helmet has a picture. We will lock it back up. So the non-ID note is a cloth and leather helmet with small metal box. Okay, and with A, we're going to say it is a 2-inch metal box centered just above the brow. The box can be covered or uncovered. A continual flame cast inside the cylinder emits a beam of white light. If the cylinder, a continual flame spell cast inside the box. What's in the box? If the box cap is removed. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Now we lock it. And that's what we've got. Ooh, and it even has a picture here. That's cool. I like that. Alright. Something beeped at me. What beeped at me? It is 3 of the clock. Somebody's streaming Troll Lord Games and Day 9 TV. Alright. So now we're done with that section. And it says plank seals the eastern section of the room, which leads to area 4. So again, they've got planks leading off. Alright, so this is not really that important. Alright, he's a flying creature in and out of the beam, creating a flickering effect with a doll, using rays from the eyes to toss up the doll into the air and through the light. Okay, so what is the... Where does the... Oh, he bestows a magical gift to one of us. He bestows the lantern to them. Okay. I mean, yeah, lantern helmet. Okay, that's how we do it. Okay, cool. So when I rescue him, he will do that. Alright, I'm also going to go ahead and add them. Oh, so since this is not really an encounter, it doesn't have... I can't pre-place the tokens. This is more theater of the mind anyway. So I'm not going to worry about it. So, we're good with this one. Area 4. As the party enters the 4, there are 3 skeletons propped against a wall. Dwarf skeletons, okay. Let's go ahead and unlock this. The table has visual glyphs. Necromancy. Yellow necklace made of yellow and white gold. Okay. So, do I want to do this here or some other place? I think I'm going to put that here. I'm going to put this right there. And we will add a table here. We're going to find assets for skeletons. I have dead body tokens as well. But I think instead I'm going to put skeletons. We're going to go to tokens. Actually, I think I'm going to go with all. There's going to be a lot of skeletons because there's tons of skeletons. Lots of skeletal monsters. Lots of different things. There we go. Alright, so let's see. What do we have here? Goblin skeletons. It's very tempting because it's a PNG. You can throw them suckers there, but an Etten skeleton, that's cool. The 2-headed giants. Alright, so here's skeleton, good, good, good. Okay, skeletal troll. Cool. What is this? Oh, the picture of a skeleton. Okay. There we go. See, this is the things I was looking for. Skeletons. Okay. I thought I had some. So we go here. We open this up again. Unlock. We're going to zoom in. And this will just add as layers. That's fine. So these are going to be huge. So we're going to make them much smaller. So this is 2. We want it to be 1. We're going to put the grid back on for a moment so I can see what's happening. Oh, what happened to my scaly? Oh, here it is because it was there. Okay. 2. We're going to change it to 1. Alright, so we're going to drop 1 here. We'll, go here to selection, flip. Okay, perfect. So you zoom in, there he is. And then we're going to add want the dirty ones or the clean ones? We'll use the clean ones, that's fine. We'll add him. 1. And a third one. 1. Alright, so this third one we just put down, we're going to make him a little smaller. We go here to select him. Again, I could manually change him too, but I'm just going to go 0.7. There we go. Alright, so we have 3 skeletons. Let's make them 0.8. There we go. Alright. Now we just need a table. It is facing this way, so this one right here will work. Bloop. We want it to be high is 1.5, and then the color we will use the dropper to pick the color. You open up by tint, and now we're going to drop it right there. Perfect. Now we're going to go to layer select. I'm going to change the color just a little bit because it blends into this a little too much. I'm going to make it a little greener and a little redder too. See, lighter. There you go. That works. Darker, lighter, blue. That's blue. Alright, never mind. Cool. Alright, now I hold down control because I want it to move a little bit over here. There we go. Alright, so 3 skeletons and a table. Table stands in the alcove, and 3 skeletons lie propped up against the wall. North and eastern walls. Alright, we're going to change this to control 3. So it will also be bloop, filled in. And check the parcel again. Look at the necklace. Does it say bistro? Yes. Okay, so this is not identified. So we're going to open it up. Non-ID nodes. Okay, chain necklace, yellow and white gold. Did not copy? I guess not. Alright. Yellow and white gold chain necklace. We're going to say it's 10 gold. So it's not identified, so when the players look at it, all they will see is the yellow and white gold necklace. And then when they identify it, it will then be identified as bistro. Okay. You could drag the parcel there too. I don't really think it's necessary right now. Alright, table has glyphs. Under the table. Alright, so I don't remember why bistro is important. Let me take a look real quick. This is the supposed to be the Mine of Sorrow, not the Library of Svenzone. Did I make a mistake? I did. Okay. Well, how in the world did I end up in the Library of Svenzone? For 5, 10 to 12th level characters, okay. What is happening? Alright, so this is totally wrong. I'm so confused. Okay, so I made a mistake somewhere. Library of Svenzone is short adventurer. The protector of the parapet of mine trapping. He and 2 other... Okay, so this is about mine players. The mine players chose where to put this parapet of mine trapping. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to change the hook. Just closer to this. Alright, so that makes more sense. Ah, for goodness sakes. Library of Svenzone. How did I get these two mixed up? Is there... Yeah, I don't know how I got these two mixed up. That's confusing. Okay. Cool. Well, that's alright. We just need to change the hook. Reshift my thinking. So we've done all this work for this map. This one also has 8 places. Yeah, so the number of places were still the same, and this is why. Yeah, this is why there's portioned off, sectioned off areas. You have to climb down and over. Okay, man. All right, so there you go. So you see, I'm not perfect. Doesn't change what we did, and it will make it. So I'm going to change this. Turn this back off. So there's your skeletons in your table. Okay, so we have our gazer down here. So this will actually work out pretty well. I just need to... What I'm going to do is I'm going to have Bistro's sister contact the guy in charge of the sewers. We'll do it that way. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas left that I put things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could... boy, I can't talk. Could also move all this stuff over to here. I'm going to leave it. I could also put them here, but I think I'm going to leave it here. This one will give them more room, that's for sure, though. Is the lighting on for that too? Let's see. It is, okay. You know what? I am going to move it over here. So let's do that. So it's very simple. Since I did it as layers, we click the best. We go to the layer selection. Gonna move in to give us more room. Whoa, 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 whoa! I'm moving the whole map. Don't want to do that. All right. So let's go to bedside table. Thank you. Why isn't it? What is happening? Control Z. Alright. Play, layers, click, move the map. Alright, now it's working like we should. Alright, slide it up. Turn it. So it's the wrong... Actually, I'm going to leave it the way it is. And put the table over here. There we go, and put the skeletons. Skeleton. Shift, shift. So we'll move all 3 of these real quick. Dadgummit, Control Z. Control Z. What is happening here? Come on, guys. Thank you. This wasn't zoomed in enough. And we now click 1. Zoom in. Alright, so this guy is him. He's here. This guy will be here. This guy just needs to be turned. There we go. Okay, now so this was drawn. We could add shadows to these, but that's not worth it. I don't want to mess with it. Okay, so we just need to change, move the pin. Go back to your play mode. Grab the pin, move it. Open up this pin. And say, table stands in the alcove, 3 skeletons lie propped against the western. The western wall. Western wall. Girls. Western girls. Anyway. There we go. Alright, so that's changed to there. Now, number 5. Beams of light crisscross chaotic and moving design bones, mostly humanoids, lay sprawled on the floor. Alright, let's take a look and see. Okay. 3 cylinder lights can be recovered. Only one has a functioning cap. The pith helmets are all destroyed. Searching the bodies yields 35 gold pieces worth of various coins. So I'm just going to say there's one more helmet. Instead of dealing with just the crystals, which I changed anyway. So we're going to unlock this. Go to our item. Go to our lantern. Lantern. Helmet. Boom. And this should be the same exact thing. Yes. Okay. It is not ID'd. Alright, so where do we want this body repository to be? I think we're going to stick it here. We don't have that many spaces left. Let's see. We have Julian. Alright, so he has this. Yeah, it's a CR3. This was supposed to be for a high level things. I'm gonna have him have some slaves or something. Alright, +2 to hit, and dagger's cursed. Alright, so where? So is this section area 8 and area 7 stuck in the back? Okay, so I'm not worried about this so much. 7. Because I can just stick this somewhere else. Bookshelves crammed with tomes and scrolls. So yes, I'm going to have all these things here. Magical runes on the floor, shelves, potion table. Okay. Where is the encounter for this? So we're going to just change this to this area up here. So they will walk all the way through here to get to him. Where is Zerstan? Alhoon. He is an Alhoon. So go to NPCs. What is an Alhoon? Alhoon, Monsters Multiverse, and Volo's Guide to Monsters. Two different pictures. One is Challenge 10. This is both Challenge 10. They look to be the same creature, just different pictures. Nope. Or they might be the same thing, but this one is better done than this. Let's go to pictures. Pictures. Read only. Can I grab this? I can. What? Okay. So he is a better picture. Unlock. Click. Boom. Once you add it to something, whether it's an encounter or a combat tracker, then you can then allows you to manipulate the object. So I can now. Ooh, I can't. Alright, so I'm gonna have to make a copy of it then. So Control 1. Doesn't change what I said. I can either make a copy or I can. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just make an encounter. So we're gonna say this is what book is this? I wanted to go to all. Right now I'm in uncategorized. Here we go. Alright, so I'm in 0.98, so let's go to 0.9.8. Yeah, there are no encounters here, so I'll do 0.9, enter. 0.9, 103. Okay, next. I'm looking for the book that I'm pulling this from. None of these. Here it is, Minds of Chult. Alright, so that's what I was looking for. So I want to go here to the Minds of Chult. The reason we're doing this is so that when this is, so when I make the encounter, it's in the Minds of Chult again. Okay, is it not considered one of these? It should be. Where to go? The Mind of Chult. Click. Does that help me jump there? No. Okay. Tactical Maps Adventure, Dungeon of the Mad Mage, Encounters in the Savage Cities, and I think that's what this is part of. If I don't find it anywhere else, then I'll put it there. Village of the Dead, Mind of Chult, there it is. Okay, I was right. Alright, so now we can get rid of this search. Boom, we right click to make an encounter. This is 0.9.8. The library. And it's actually going to be 8.4. And now we take our, we can close this. We can get our Alhoon from which one do we like better? It was not this one, so it was this one, Guide to Monsters, because this one has all the spells, correct? Yes, perfect. So we drag it onto here. We can then close this. We can then change it to his name, Zerstan. And then now when we open it, we should be able to mess with it. Let's see, Zerstan. Check. Really, it's still only giving me read only. Okay. So I can either wait until I put it in the combat tracker, and then let me see if I can mess with the. So we'll add it to tracker, and then we're going to see if we can reverse engineer it, see if we can drag him back, and if it will let me screw with him from here now that he's been added to the tracker. It will. Okay. Alright, so what I did was I'm going to add it to list, delete it. So I added him to the combat tracker, and then from the combat tracker put him back in here, and now that lets me edit him. What? Alright, I broke it. Never mind. That did not work. So, edit, confirm, delete. So we're just going to do it this way. We're going to take this guy we like, go down here. It makes a copy with nobody here. We're then going to open him. We're going to unlock him, the copy. Zerstan. So he is named. We will then. So this is the non-ID, unidentified. He is a mind flayer. And while we're here, I want to look at regular mind flayers and see what level are they. Challenge 7. So this is much more powerful than a regular. He challenged 10. Okay, cool. I'm going to add a mind flayer to the mix. Alright, good to know. They're level 7. Alright, so now we're going to go to his picture. The whole purpose of this was to add this, add that. So that we would have him when they fight looking cool. Okay. Oops, now I forgot to add him to the combat. We're gonna drop this here. Again, link like crazy. And we're going to go to NPCs again. We're going to go to Alhoon, Zerstan, boom. Alright, just refresh, okay. Okay. He needs some minions, so we're going to give him... He's been screwing with undead, so we're going to give him some undead. We'll go to NPCs. We go to... Boom. We go to type. We go to undead. And we'll say they will be CR1. Alright, let's see. Hunter Shark Zombie. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, we're going to have a Hunter Shark Zombie in the water. That's funny. Okay. Page 1 of 2. Uthgarth skeleton. Alright, and then we have some Husk Zombie Indentured Spirit. Huh? What is that? Cool. I like the picture. Incorporeal, Withering Touch. It's immune to a bunch of stuff. That's good. We'll have one of these. A large ghoul, huh? Okay. Glacial Corruptor. Bone Singer, a Bugbear Zombie. Yeah, we'll have a Bugbear Zombie. Faithless is a 3rd level spellcaster. Perfect. Okay, so let's have open up our assets and see what we have for these two critters for tokens and pictures. So let's go with Bugbear Zombie. There we go. Where is he? Too many windows open. Alright. Don't know where he went, so we'll click on him here. Alright. Now we go here to unlock. Go to pictures. We go to this token. Picture. Picture. Lock him again. Close him. Oops. Why didn't that refix him? Let's just drag him over and delete him. There we go. Makes it quicker and easier. These two already have stuff. I need Flayless, though. She is going to be... Let's go with Necromancer. We'll just see what we have. There we go. Drow Necromancer. Ooh, a Ghost Necromancer. That's perfect. what does this look like? It looks like her. Is that a ping? Let's see. Pictures? Is it unlocked? It is not. Pictures. Here's the picture. Here's that. And that. Okay. And then we lock it. Go to the main page. And now we drag her to the combat tracker. Shift. Alright, so we're still at CR11, which is fine. Close this. Good. So the various traps set along here with him as well. That'll be great. That'll be great. Yeah. And then we'll take this. This is the 8. This is the link for that. So we add this to, why isn't it? Oh, never mind. You don't drag the link. You drag this, the record link, over. Boom. And then stuck in the back is going to be leading up to it. We'll have that be here, and then you turn the corner. Cool, 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 cool. Maybe even have the doors set up on the other side of the bridge there, where you have to go into the doors. Alright, so that helps us. We're set. We need to set up 9.6. That's right, I forgot. Alright, so let's go to bones and bones. Yeah, that's done. Good, good, good. Alright, so we've got some of this stuff done. We've got a good amount of it finished for now. The Mine of Sorrow is not where we are. We are in, yeah, it is. What is this? Ah, that's where the confusion is. This says Mine of Sorrow. Which has, Jillian is here. Stuck in the back. These don't match. That's why. This is not part of the Mine of Sorrow. So it wasn't my fault, man. It's not my fault. This is the library of Exerstan. Linked to the wrong ones. That's why. There we go. So the library is the same. Everything else is different. Ha! I say to thee, ha! It was not my fault. Thank you very much. I will go ahead and delete this though. It was whoever converted this done messed up. Alright. We're going to go to here. Change my link as well. Right click, clear it, drop the library of Zerstan. Okay. Whew. So that makes me feel a lot better. It wasn't my mistake. It was the person that linked it. That made this Fantasy Grounds module. Okay. Good to know. So, anyway, getting back to this, we have Busy in the Toy, we have the Room of the Dead. Area 5 is Bones and Bones. I think we're going to throw Alright, so what's going to happen is, so this is here. I think we'll throw bones and bones back over here. And so we'll just add a bunch of skeletons and stuff to put the brown skeletons in here under the water, and we'll put some white skeletons above that. So that will take just a moment. That's pretty quick and easy to do. Skeleton. Oh, I gotta get out of here. So, thank you for hanging out. It's a longer stream than usual, but we will get to this next time. Don't forget to watch, to like, subscribe, whatever else you do. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will talk to you guys later.